Greetings, Minecrafters. Nonsanity here, and welcome to a little extra between episodes. So I haven't had time to do a full episode. I've been crashing when I load this world, but I wanted to show this to you. This is where I was building this design that went into the witchery room. As you can see, I've got these little guys, the Armourer from Armourer's Workshop, with 15 blocks in between. And I laid them all out and then started building the design, which I did in graphics first, and then copied over here. Oh, yep, there it just crashed. Something about that world is now damaged, I think. But you saw it, and now I'll start a new world, and we'll see how it works. Alright, we're back in a new empty world, except for a few things around and a few things I put down here. So we got here the equipment library, we've got some color mixers, and we've got the Armourer. Let me slap one down just a little bit higher than on the floor. And you can see it is a head. A Steve head. Now, I was about to say before it crashed on me that I had made a mistake in my world. I had built it facing this way, which is wrong. Always set it to head first. Let me show you what I mean by setting it to head. Right here, head. Could be lots of different things, but if you set it to head, you can see which way is the front. Because now when I go down and I set it to block, I now know that this is the direction I want to start building. This would be the back of the block when I place it. Instead, when I placed it, I was using this side as the back, which meant to get it on the wall, I had to be over here and sort of slap it on the wall from the side like this. If I put it straight on the wall, it would be sticking out. So, yeah, set it to head first so you know which direction you need to face. And now, with the Armorer's Workshop, you can build anything you want inside this cube using the equipment cube and the other armorers. The glowing equipment cube, the glass, and the glowing glass. To get a large number, and actually I should not use these blocks, I should use something else. So let me grab, wood, why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, I can count. Put down another one. That places them edge to edge. So you can see here. Oh, well, let's set this one to block as well. Or it's going to be the wrong size. There we go. You can see they're flickering a little bit because they're right on top of each other. That way you get the complete, you can put multiples together to make something. And I'm thinking about making some pieces for a space station because that's what I'm going to be doing next. So I'll be playing around in here for quite a while, figuring out what I want to make. But once you got these blocks, and I didn't get an angel block to start the first, so I got to get up here. Any of them that are inside this space will get turned into a block when you go into this guy. Actually, let's just pick up one of them. And you give it a name. This is trash. And you save it. And there it is. If I place this down right here, you can see there's the 4 blocks in miniature. Isn't it cute? This is an amazing mod for making artistic flourishes. And so far, I haven't seen it slow down my frame rate significantly. Unlike the Open Computers 3D printer, which is both very limited in how many little pieces you can place, and it's also very laggy when you've got, 50 around. I've had a lot more than 50 in that. There's a lot more than 50 in the witchery room, and the frame rate isn't hampered at all. So I highly recommend these over the 3D printer from Open Computers. As to what I'm going to do, I'm not entirely sure. We are in creative in this space. Let's get the good one. And now the fruits of my labor. Just a section of wall, but it's a pretty cool looking wall, I think. It's got some nice relief to it. Which works well with windows and doorways. I like it. Unfortunately, well, now it's not doing it. Now my frame rate is 58. Why? Just before I started recording, my frame rate was 38 when I was looking at it. And when I came out here, it was 58, 59. Now that I'm recording, it's 58 both. Okay. What about if I turn around here? Still 58, 59. That's weird. These are some of my earlier tests where things were a little different. I had it too far out from the wall. Decided to move it so that it's flush. Oh, you can tell these are some of the older ones that don't have the... Oops. Not that one. This one. Yeah, the black edge. Gives it a nice look. As you can see back here, there's just two of them that I built up, painted. They're on the back of their cube. So this is the front of the head over here. The head would be facing me if it was in head mode. Yeah, just these two in a checkerboard pattern gives this nice look, which I was going to say I can't use, at least not this many, because it tanked my frame rate. But I started recording and it's better. So, wow, that's... I don't know what's up with that. Maybe I just kicked my graphics processor into higher speed. But yeah, I mean, this is a anti-block cover with some strips on either end, which gives a nice doorway. And I could put some strips around the window, perhaps. Oops. Yeah, that works. Do that on the outside. Or it might work good with black strips, but I don't have any of those at the moment, so I'll just do these. Actually, black strips, they just sort of disappear because everything on the inner wall is black. And I did it this way with, these are anti-blocks here in the inside. They're hard to see. But the anti-blocks will let me fill it up with oxygen. I think that's full now. It's hard to see. It'll make it so it's oxygen sealable, because I'm pretty sure these things are not sealable. Because if you can't put a lever on it, it's a very good bet. Yep. Now, glasses, I don't think thickened glass is currently in the sealable list, but I wish it was, because it's one of the better glasses. And I know these things won't be, but then I'd put an airlock here if I was actually making this a functional doorway with oxygen on one side and space on the other. So I don't know if I'm going to do this many of these things, but it seems to be a possibility. What I'd like to do is just have maybe some micro blocks. I'll design something sort of micro blocky and just regular blocks and chisel and Z-tones and so forth to make the actual wall on the inside of the... This is a bit noisy. It's sort of like, it's really noisy wallpaper. But, yeah, in small sections, this would be okay. But in large sections, I'll use something a little bit more plain, perhaps with microblocks. And then have bits of this, and then I'd love to have some little, computer displays and just little panels and pipes on the walls here and there that all sort of fit together nicely. And this sort of stuck on the wall type of design. So let's see, let's put a couple of these down here. As you can see, they're on the back of their block. So get some sandstone here and fill it in behind. And then, so you can see there's the sandstone in between, and they're just stuck on like that with the black edges. If I had more pieces that went well, not necessarily with this, but just with this idea of slapping things on a surface. And the covers are 2 of those blocks thick. So to mix them well, let's get a white anti-block cover. Let's get an anti... I'm in creative, but I've got one of these iBench, so I can do this. All right, put that on there. Yeah. Unfortunately, these do not tile. But you can see if there were panels that match well with this, like it's basically something like this, but with a little panel down the corner or something that sort of makes it stand out. It could actually be 3D. So a lot of those would be really cool. And if you guys want to help, I'll take submissions. If you want to design anything in Armourer's workshop and add it in, I'll mention anybody who has a design I can use in an episode when I start building the space station, which I hope to make something really big and get several of the guys from Primus to join up and do a co-op and help knock out a really big space station. But we'll start getting to that soon. I'll probably start recording the first stages of Galacticraft very soon. But it'll be an episode and before I get to space and start building. So you got some time if you want to help out and make some Gribbly panels. So this is just a short little episode to tide you over until I get going again, which I should be able to do this weekend, and the weekend's coming up right now, so I'll get going, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Nonsanity signing out. Take care, be good, and see you next time.